What's up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax, and today I'm bringing you a video on some release week tips for 2023 Bowman Draft. Now, this does go live December 12th, this coming Tuesday. I've actually seen some of it live on YouTube. I've witnessed some breaks and things that are going on. People had early access to the product, but it does release soon. And these tips don't necessarily apply just to Bowman Draft. They apply to every release every year, and we're going to take a look at the data from 2023 Bowman Chrome in the next slide. So while I was making my top 25 video for this release, I mentioned this, and it was about a 30-minute video, and it just kind of got briefly highlighted, but it's really important. This is the data from 2023 Bowman Chrome, the release previous to 2023 Bowman Draft. There's three major releases every year. There's Bowman, Bowman Chrome, and Bowman Draft wraps up the year, so the next major release will, of course, be 2024 Bowman. But 2023 Bowman Chrome is the prior release to 2023 Draft, which happens on Tuesday. And you can see here I did about 10 guys. I comped their release week prices from 130 point. I comped prices 10 days after, and I comped prices on the current day. And the amount of drop-off is significant. If you look at the chart here, you can see that Ethan Salas first Chrome Autos were selling for right around $500 on release week. 10 days later, they dropped $150, and they're currently sitting at $200. That makes a total difference of $300. And you can go through this graph and just take a look at every player. I'm not going to reiterate everything for you and go over a player, but look at the differences. I think the only guy that didn't have a huge change was Kiner Delgado, but he was one of the lowest priced autos on that first release anyway, so it's hard to have a big differential there. But you can see the guys with like big price tags like Galoff, Felon, and Celestine, they were $300 drop-offs since release. So we're going to jump into the three big tips I have after looking at this data. First tip, and it's probably the biggest one, is to maximize your profits by selling quickly within the first week of release. You can always rebuy later for less, as you saw from the chart below. If you were to pull, I would say the top chasers are going to be Max Clark, Wyatt Langford, Paul Skeens, players like that. If you pull one of those three cards, I would definitely try to get rid of it as quickly as possible, and maybe a month later you could probably buy that back for about $200 or about $200 less. Like I said, if you look at the data in the last slide, it would be great to grab a screenshot of that data so you can kind of apply it to this release. I would also wait to buy the singles. If there's a lot of guys that don't rip, they buy singles, they chase certain players. They're kind of like what I used to do before I started doing content when I had time to buy and sell. I would target certain players, but I would always wait because I knew that the prices were going to drop post-release. I would not pay $500 for a Max Clark auto on week one. I would probably wait a month and get it for about $250 to $300, which where I think that they will settle to. The price is definitely going to drop over the next few months, especially since baseball season is over. NBA and NFL are in full swing right now, and people that don't collect just Bowman Chrome, they're not worried about baseball cards right now, so it's a great time to buy regardless. And another tip here, I probably could have thrown in, but I'm going to throw it into this batch, is maybe you could target other players outside of this release while everyone's so focused on 2023 Draft. It could be a good time to buy guys like, Pete Crow Armstrong from 2020 Draft, or some players you want to chase outside of the 2023 Draft release. All eyes are going to be on 2023 Draft for about a week, so it could be a good time to get some discounted singles outside of this release. And thirdly, my third tip is if you're grading like low-numbered cards, I wouldn't grade any base cards or any refractors. I would try to move those as quickly as possible. I would get everything on eBay that I could within the first, as soon as it lands. If you're doing breaks, as soon as it gets in your mailbox, I would try to scan it, list it. Definitely do not try to sell something that's not in hand. Pro tip there, it's not going to be good if it doesn't get to you. But if you got maybe an orange auto to 25, or you pull a really low numbered auto, a really valuable card, I would use expedited grading services because, like I mentioned in the first tip, time is money, and you saw that based on the chart. And I'll go back to the chart now, just in case you guys want to get a screenshot, then you don't have to scroll back through the video. All right, so there's the comps from 2023 Bowman Chrome if you guys want to grab a screenshot. And if you guys enjoy the channel and you want to help support it, I have a ton of exclusive content over on Patreon. I've got a lot of exclusive content based on the 2023 draft release. I've got team break guides, top 100 lists. I've got a Juggernaut ranking system. I've got a first Chrome and first Auto database, private Let's Talk Wax Discord server, and early access to all my video information. But I appreciate everyone who subscribes to my Patreon right now. But like I said, if you want to support the channel and unlock some really cool exclusive content over there, it's only like $5 a month for the lowest subscription level, where you get access to everything. So go over and check that out. I'll put a link to it in the video description. And a huge shout out to all my level 3 Patreon subscribers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. Good luck with your breaks, and be sure to let me know in the comments who you'll be chasing out of 2023 Bowman Draft. Y'all have a great day.